Station YouTube, I hope everyone is doing well, both physically as well as mentally. So today we are doing a review of Static, Shadows of Dakota, the 8-issue hardcover edition. Stay tuned. Hope everyone so far is having a great weekend. Remember, I drop new content on Saturday. So today we are going to do a new show. It's called From Taki with Love. And this is it's not, I don't do reviews, but I do recommendations. And we're going to talk about my favorite series from 2023, and that's Static, Shadows of Dakota, written and drawn by Nicholas Draper Ivey, also written by Vita Ayala, and then we have Evan Nacarsi, Will Quintana, Charles Stewart III, Jose Marzani Jr. that also worked on this beautiful book here. They released a hardcover edition. You can see here's the front and here is the back. Let's take the slip off. Here is the art. First of all, you have the inside art here. We have Iban and we have Static. And then we have Iban on the cover. I believe he's a new character. I don't recall him being in any of the other series. And here is the back with Static. And this collects not only issues 1 through 7. Now, when they did the solicits for this collection here, they said it was 1 through 6, but it does include the book that was added on, fortunately, and it also includes issue 7, and it also includes the Static one-shot where he teams up with Anasi, who is a African folklore character. Anasi is like the spider. Ironically, a character named Anasi also appeared in Nita Hawes' Nightmare blog, as you can see right here underneath Static number 45, cover art by Mobius. All right, so let's get into the actual inside. Let's take a look and see, how is the binding. I think the binding is really, really good on this book. I've stretched the spine several times. Let's take a look and see about the gutter loss, kind of show Nicholas Draper Ivey's exquisite art. I have to say the colorist is additional colors by Will Quintana on some of these issues. The colors in these books really are something else. And I like the page quality of the book itself. There's Yvonne, Tech 9. Additional colors by Will Quintana. So I'm guessing that Nicholas Draper Ivey did some of the colors on this book. My guess here is that Nicholas did all of the amazing colors in this issue. So if you want to avoid the gutter loss, my advice is to get the floppies, and they're out there. Excellent art. Wonderful colors. Let's take a look at the extras here. Let's first start with the cover. So why did I like this book? It wasn't just the art, the story. A lot of people like to simplify it and say it's like Martin and Malcolm. By any means necessary are you going to use the system to achieve your goals. But it's a little bit more complex than that, especially when you are coming at a perspective of power, especially when you have the power to make the difference. And Static had one approach to things, and Iban had a different approach to things. And this is a story of dealing with grief and how different people deal with grief and how you are able to achieve things when you are at a position of power. And it was wonderfully written by Vita Ayala and Nicholas Straber-Ivy. I can't, I'm really shocked that this book did not get higher praise. I'm surprised this wasn't on any top 10 lists. And I will tell you that 2023 for me will be a year that I always remember because Static was at such a high, while Miles was at such a high with Marvel in the good hands of Cody Ziegler. But Static really was able, because, the unfortunate thing with Miles is there were a lot of events that kind of sidetracked things, where Nicholas and Vita were able to tell their story without there being any interruption of an event or anything else. And the new character of Iban, not only a great antithesis to Static, but he is a great companion of Static, and I look forward to the possibility that he might get his own series at some point, and I look forward to further team-ups with him and Static. Now, the sad thing is that there hasn't been any new solicits for Milestone or the Dakotaverse recently, and they may not be there because I guess, I'm not sure why this book wasn't pushed more. But here is the inaugural show from Taki with Love, Static, Shadows of Dakota, the series, the hardcover edition. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Look forward to more content coming out this year. Planning to cover, we got Jack Kirby's New Gods, but this is not Jack Kirby's New Gods. I'm going to try to cover as much of it as possible. Of course, it's going to take me more than the rest of this year. We got Len Wein's Blue Beetle, and I also plan to cover Ted Kord in the Justice League, and Ted Kord in the Birds of Prey, and possibly even Ted Kord in his role in Infinite Crisis. And of course, it goes without saying that I will be covering Milestone this year as well, in the new direction that the channel is going in as we move away from haul videos and we start getting into more back issue deep dives. And there'll be more news on that, but until then, the hauls will continue for the time being, and then there will be future announcements about the status of the channel. So I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Remember, I do drop new content on Saturdays. Not every Saturday, unfortunately, but we'll get into that more later. And I hope that you guys have a really great weekend. My music is by LS Beats. My intro is by Moan Media. Make sure you check the show notes for other great comic book content from not only my brothers in the PCP Army Bad Batch, but also from the great comic book creators that I've included in the show notes. Make sure you get out and, even if you get it from the library and borrow it from the library or borrow it digitally, make sure you give this a shot. Give it a read, please. I beg you. And then I know you will love it. Make sure you tell everyone about it, because we need Milestone. It's a shame that DC doesn't do their own publicity. It's a shame that, even myself, I didn't do what I needed to do. I didn't do what I needed to do for Milestone. This last run, let's hopefully bring it back. Let's have a good showing. All right, guys, thank you so much. Until next time, take it easy. Peace.